What was your personal reaction? Not just the reaction of a journalist, but as a Dane, what was your personal reaction when you heard the rhetoric of Donald Trump in the last few weeks?
I think it's gotten a lot more serious the last couple of weeks. We've heard about his ambitions a year ago and back in his first term about somehow wanting to take over Greenland. But this time it was totally different because he was so persistent. He was threatening with indirectly threatening with using military force.
Yeah.
And that, I think the situation just became much more serious for Greenlandic people, for the Danish people, and for me personally.
It would put an end to NATO, right? If Trump were to even attempt to quote unquote buy Greenland or use military force, that is the end of NATO, which has lasted for so many decades as the basis of peace in Europe.
Well, that's the fear, that it could sort of break up NATO, because the whole idea of NATO is having an alliance where the countries stand together, and the US is, of course, the dominant force of that alliance. It's been very close for 80 years. And then if suddenly one country within the alliance attacks another country, then what is the alliance worth? You know, who should we defend ourselves against? Who should we trust? Are the Americans still our close allies, or are they our enemies? So that would create a total confusion within the NATO alliance. And that's why it's been such a grave situation, not only for Denmark and Greenland, but for many European countries that has decided to back up and stand behind Denmark and Greenland in this matter, because they can suddenly see the potential of the whole alliance falling apart with all the consequences, with the war in Ukraine and the whole security setup in Europe.
Yeah.